Like, I could try to make distance with my hand or my legs. I could try to come in, right? Some guys will end up playing back and going to their back, right? So that's another thing. Like, even if you started to put your hand down and pass, right? You started to come around. Some people will stay here. Some people are like, oh, we're gonna try and wrestle. And then some people come back and already start to walk, start to play frames, right? They start trying to block with their hands more, especially if you did a good job blocking the knees, right? I can't bring my knees to my face, right? I'm stuck in this position. I end up having to hold his hips. If I hold his chest, he'll just wiggle down and like come on top of me. You can do the same thing too, but like the guys will block the hips. The hips also give me access to like post frame, and I'm like turning into a deeper double leg, or you guys call it an Iranian, you know what I'm talking about? Anyways, what do you say? But you're gonna get different reactions from people when they start to go around you. How they're gonna play their butterfly guard, right? If they stay more square, if they fight with their hands, if they accept going back like this, right? So all those things matter. In a perfect world, you walk around knee on belly. I didn't feel I needed to come here and just show a basic Torreando, so I showed a fun one going the other way, right? But just as a general concept, if he starts to knee on, like go around to north-south, right? As he starts to come here, I have to continue to block his hips. He goes all the way to north-south, I'm blocking both hips. I need you guys to understand that. I can't get my guard back. I can't bring my guard back. I get stuck in this position. If I do anything with my hands, taking it off or anything, it just collapses weight onto me, okay? So in this particular case that we're gonna train right now, is the guard passer's mentality is to pass to north-south. It's something I prefer to pass to a lot of the times anyways because it secures the pass, but on the ground, in terms of being on top, the north-south is the furthest away from the guard, right? Like side control is closer to the half guard, like as you start to come around the body. Those things get closer to being in the guard. So I'm going around to north-south with the mentality of passing to north-south, but he stays diligent with his frames. This isn't time to collapse your frames and play safe like this. This is a time to stay stuck and have that space. There are things to do from the bottom. Everything sucks when you have to get out from the bottom and there's no space. Space is your friend when you want to get out. You want to close the space when you're attacking, okay? I mean, sometimes when we're getting punched, we want to close the space too, but we're just talking like freedom of movement, right? So he's on this position here. Let's say, for the sake of today, I use a leg pin. Yeah, I guess my hand's like this. So coach was asking which grip I like. Which grip do you like? Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hey, I'm staying another night, you know? So, I particularly like thumb in and ankle. I'm going like this, right? I go to do my basic pass. He starts framing on me at a certain point. He goes back, and I should be able to circle to this position, okay? So you notice I have weight on his body. I'm pushing forward, right? So now, watch how I end up coming to holding his knees still. So that was one more time, forget my arms, right? I come over here, I'm grabbing his back, and then he starts to push on my hips, okay? Now watch. I circle around, right? He starts to push on my hips, and now I control his knees. As soon as I let these suckers in, just bring it to your face. Like this becomes a pain in the ass now to try and get in this space. And I'm dealing with this little ball. Right, he's got, I call this the diamond position. It comes up all over in jiu-jitsu, like here, here, here. So I have to get inside that elbow to knee space, right? So I want to get away from that ball. Almost all of my black belts, except for one, are shorter than me. So they like, get their guard in, like, such a pain in the ass, right? So I'm used to having to elongate people's guards out. I'm a little bit longer, so I can get away with that more than others. So it's important, once I make it to north-south now, that I control the knees. And this is a position now where you can fight from if you, when I leave here and you want to re-cheat you next week or whatever, it's a position you can fight from, but it's also a position you want to, what am I trying to say? Intentionally get to. It's a position I want to try and intentionally get to while you guys go to rolling in the next couple of weeks, right? Not just like north-south, but can I get to this position where he's holding my hips? Can I get here? How long can I get here? Right? Make any kind of movement you want, Nate. Go ahead. Like with your hands, anything. Space got collapsed. You can't do that. Right? my arm was also on the inside track over here. You saw what happened? Boom, his guard got checked. Right, I'm not floating outside the top over here like this for him to get his guard back. Right, so like my hands go to that inside space right there. It's like, can you get to that position? It's a funny looking position. The jiu-jitsu name kind of right now, the reverse Torreando. It's kind of what some people are calling it, right? So instead of just the regular Torreando, where I'm like here, and I'm trying to go around, right? I'm trying to go all the way around. Put his hands on my hips and I'm here like this. I would love for his feet to be on the ground like that. Sometimes you're not going to get that. You got a guy with super core strength, but he's not getting his guard back. We're going to talk this stuff soon. We're going to talk this stuff soon. And if he wants to come up on an underhook, right? He's beating guard still, but you know what I'm saying? There's all that kind of stuff. Or you can beat him up. What I call the MMA crucifix. Like here, here. You want to beat the guy up. You can get to those crucifixes and stuff from these pins. Right? I control. Switching my feet. Like now that's a TKO. Right? Look at the ref. Seriously, look at the ref. Why did you do it? Right? Big Country did that. I talked to him about it over at UFC Abu Dhabi. And I was like, bro, I think you won the fight early just by looking at the ref. Hey, like 100%, bro. 100%. I was like, ever since then. All right, so I'm pinning his leg. Bottom guy has a job to do. Hands to the hips. If you put your hands on my chest or anywhere else, you'll get collapsed on too easy, especially when we're like, no rash guard, no gi, super sweaty. So I'm like, here, this far side, same fundamental. He starts to block my hip line, pushes me. We're here like this, just chill. Have your hips forward, like if my hands went there, I'd fall. You know? So I'm here like this. I need you guys to get here first. We'll do this one first, just get here. And then we'll start doing passes and darces and shin pinning. Okay? One more time, last time. Sorry, I know you guys were on par before. Boom, he's blocking his face from getting hit. As soon as I hit his face, he's north-south, right? As soon as I feel that, I'm pushing his hips, pushing his knees. My hips are into him. A little workout for the guy on bottom. One person go, ready, set.